Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English. We ended the last session talking about the velar consonants. Velar consonants meaning they're hitting the velum right here. The velum is right behind the hard part of the top of your mouth. It's the soft part of the top of your mouth. We do it for k, k. Remember, we have aspirated consonants. G, g. And like we say in baking, talking, this okay? Now we're going to take a step back and go down to this part, to the h and the h, which we're just going to call gutturals, okay? It's within this region here, all right? Oh, I'm sorry, this region and the uvula here. So, it's good that we have this up here. I was demonstrating this dot being the There's a very important letter to know for Hindi, and it is, I'm going to write out the whole verb, okay? Hona. This is ho, right here. Ho. We already talked about how to make something into an O sound. If we just have H, what is the consonant that comes after it if nothing else is written? Right? This vowel is in it. It's ha. But if I add a bar, now it's ha. If I add this mark right here, now it is ho. And then N-A, na, hona, na. So every verb ending will have N-A. Just like we write to be. This is how we write the infinitive form of an English verb. To be, to run, to walk, to go. Well, in the same way, Hindi has it within the verb itself. It has the root, this base form, followed by na. So this word here is hona. Hona. Now we have to think about who is saying it, and we're going to conjugate that verb. When we do, this drops off, okay? And we stick with the base of it, and we're going to modify it. So, hona, when I say for a person like he, bo hai. Or I can say this more clearly like Hindi speakers, standard Hindi speakers would say vah, hai. It's H with the marking for the a, and it's hai. So if you've ever seen the movie Main Hoon Na, that is, instead of va, I put I, main. Main. Now I need to make this H into a who. How do I do that? I know that there's one smart person out there, and I think they figured it out. Whom. But I said whom. You hear that Just like meh. It's not meh. It's man. Hear that nasal in the back? Man. Whom. I add this. That's that dot, that we were talking about in the last class, that velar Mehum na. This means I am to be. This becomes I, me, Am. No? This means I'm here. Am I not? I'm here for you. Mehuna. I'm here. Don't worry. Mehuna. So if you see that movie, it's an awesome movie. If you can get past the funny special effects, it's a little bad, but the story is great. The humor is great. The songs are awesome. Kiska hai ye tumko intezar mein huna. It's awesome. So anyways, but now you know how to write that. So we're going to move on to the gutturals. So we're more in the back of the throat. And there are two sounds. There's one sound that is from Hindi, okay? It's from South Asia, and that's the ha. I'm going to show these first, and then I will show you how to write them. Ha. Sorry. Ha. Sorry. I'm going to write them in order. This looks like the ka, right? The ka, but it has something special. I put a dot down here, and now it becomes ka, 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 ka. I'm actually touching the back of the tongue to the uvula here and the back, yeah, to the uvula. I'm not doing the ka here, I'm doing the ka down here. We usually associate this with Arabic, or if you know Persian, Farsi, it's in that ka, ka. It's not ka, ka. It's ka. Qul hu Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. Ka, 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 ka. That is not native to Hindi. That came with the Persianish speaking Mughals, and even before that with the Persians, and it might be in Turkish because I think there were some Turks. So that we're going to represent with a Q, but it's not like qualified. It's a ka, ka, ka. There's also one for G. Again, not from India originally. Ga, 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 ga. Again, I'm making a ga just like I made a ka. What is a ga? It's a voiced ka. Ga. And we're going to represent this by GH. Ga, ga, ga. This is not ka. So we could maybe put a dot here. GH. Okay? And there's a famous Urdu poet named Ghalib. And it's not Ghalib, it's Ghalib. Ghalib. And there's a last one, and this one may have been in India before the Persianish culture came, the Persianish people came. It looks like an aspirated K. Except what do I add to make it special? I put a little dot here, right? It's KH. But we're going to put a little dot here. Okay? And it's a ha. Ha. You know this if you've heard German, or maybe you've heard of a Scottish person talking about the loch, right? It's that ha. That might have been in Hindi, but it might not have. It's in many Hindi words. Khali, khali. That means to be free. For something to be empty, khali. Or for me to be free from work, khali. I think, yeah, khali. So, ha, ha, ga, ga, ha. Now, you can basically forget these. Alex, why did you teach these? Because when you get deeper into Hindi, you're going to need to know them. You can bypass those. You need to know these two. Obviously, you need to know ha. We all make ha. But you need to know this one, ha. What you do, the back of your throat, you bring your uvula to it, or you bring your back of the tongue to the uvula, and you go ha, ha, right? Ha. And so we're only going to practice the H and the ha. So here's how I make the H. Line a little bit down. make a little hook that has kind of a flowing line here. Before the end of that hook, I'm going to make another one like that. That's an H. And then I close it off. Close it off. So again, down. A little bit above that, it kind of looks like I'm making a half a heart, right? A little bit before the end of that, I'm going to do another one. And then I close it off. That's your huh. Now let's make the huh. You should already know how to make this from the KH, right? You studied that, right? How do I do it? Come down and hook. Bring it back over, kind of big. It looks like you're making one of those, like one of those guitars. I think the Edge plays it. I think AC/DC had that guitar, right? It looks a little bit like you're making that guitar, and I can't remember what the name. Gibson. It's a Gibson guitar. So you're kind of making that. See how that goes? And then right up here, you're going to do an uncompleted circle. You're going to hook back, then you're going to bring that line down. You're not going to hit this bottom line, and then you're going to close it off. So again. And what did I miss to make it a ch and not a ka? Dot. Boom. Ha and cha. Ha and cha. Anyways, I went really long. I'm really sorry for wasting your time. I get really into this. So I'm going to see you next time, and we're going to move on to the dental sounds. All right? See you.